Bray Wyatt has been officially released by WWE. I literally have no words. I cannot think of any words right now to describe the emotion that I'm going through and the just the overall shock. WWE has released a lot of people this year. A lot of talented, incredible wrestlers from around the world, from last year and the year before, from Black Wednesday to Black Thursday this year. And this happens. Like, I could not believe that Bray got released. When I first saw the video from Wrestle Talk just appear on my screen, on my TV, on YouTube, I'm like, wait a minute, is this real? Because at the time, I was like waking up, but I was still asleep. Like, I was kind of like in a trance in a sense. And I couldn't like think of the words off the top of my head. I'm like, first of all, I'm thinking, this is a joke, right? Like, this is a literal joke. So I hopped on Twitter. I see Sean's tweet. I see Sean Ross Sapp's tweet that WWE released Bray Wyatt. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm just like shocked. This is a guy that has been in the company for 10 years. Maybe a little longer. But he's been in the company for at least over a decade. He had the Husky Harris gimmick, which was bad. And then reinvented himself in developmental down in NXT to become Bray, who got called up to the main roster with Harper and Rowan. And then the world was in his hands, no pun intended. Like, he had the whole world in his hands. The fans were behind him, and so many people backstage was behind him. But something with Vince and creative, something with Vince really, couldn't connect with him. And he wasn't pushed to the moon immediately. He got to win against Kane. He got to win against Daniel Bryan, CM Punk. But that loss to John Cena snapped all momentum. 2014 down plummeted him, and then 2015 got even worse. It felt like he was going to be the new leader, the new face of darkness in a sense, become the new guy in charge when he had the setup feud with The Undertaker leading up to WrestleMania 31, which was a fine match. It was a fine match, not a good match, not a above and beyond match, but not a bad match. Then he lost that match. He got a feud with Roman Reigns. He lost that feud. Should have had a win or two. Maybe won the whole feud. Should have won the whole feud. And then he had a feud with the Brothers of Destruction, and the Wyatt family reunited, stronger than ever. The best iteration of the Wyatt family with Braun, Luke, Eric, and Bray just leading the core together. They lost against the Brothers of Destruction, but beat, Rhino, Tommy, and the Dudleys. And it felt like Bray was in line to finally get the chance to become champion in 2016. Nope, just squash him with The Rock and Cena. Oh, I just can't believe it. I really can't. And now it's like frustration, because you don't want to think that WWE cut him for some dumb reason. Like, there had to be a reason to let him go. Like, there had to be a reason to, like, it had to be a honest reason to let Bray go. But now you're finding out And this is from Dave Meltzer, Sean Ross Sapp, confirming with sources that this was because of budget cuts. Budget cuts. This company is set. WWE is a multi-billion-dollar company. At least worth, what, 7, nearly 10, 7, almost close to 10 billion? It's close to the billion, it's close to the multi-billion-dollar mark. Half a billion, half close to 10 billion. I don't know. It's a billion-dollar company. You got deals with so many sponsors, and you got a big deal with Saudi Arabia, making so much profit from them. And your quarter earnings over the years, you made tons and tons of money. But budget cuts? Fucking budget cuts, dude. I've watched WWE my entire life, and I've had my moments of being upset at the company and not feeling great with the company, seeing eye to eye with them. This is one of those, I just can't believe they fucking did this, and just pissed me off kind of moments. This is the most talented individual in wrestling history in terms of character and reinventing and inventing new ideas. And I have defended WWE on times of when they ruined Bray and when they ruined The Fiend. Hell in a Cell 2019, I said, they didn't ruin him. I said, just let it play out. I said this was a perfect booking idea. Let it go on. And he won the Universal title at Saudi Arabia show, at the Crown Jewel. I believe it was Crown Jewel in 2019. And then he lost against Goldberg. I'm like, but no. The title wasn't really anything. He didn't need the title. The Fiend didn't need the title to be who he is. And he's not ruined. Then Firefly Funhouse happened, which was perfect and possibly the greatest storyline, the greatest, most odd WrestleMania match in history. And, you know, he had a feud with Braun Strowman, which I really loved. I loved the entire feud from start to finish. Roman came back. Obviously, he was going to win the title. So, at the expense of The Fiend, Roman had to win the Universal Championship. But we got the Roman Reigns that we have now, who's the Tribal Chief, who's the best character and the best heel in wrestling. And then he moved on to a feud with Randy Orton, which I also liked, with the added turn of Alexa Bliss, which was amazing to me. And at WrestleMania, with the whole Bliss and the Fiend, Bliss turning her back on the Fiend, becoming her own thing, it felt, I watched it myself, it was freaking awesome. I couldn't believe it. Then you don't see him for some time because, of course, he lost a good friend in Luke Harper, who was an amazing person overall. Rest in peace, God bless his soul. And you don't see him for a while. I was thinking maybe they're going to build up to The Fiend possibly doing something with Alexa at SummerSlam and so much more. But now he's released, and he was set to make a return in August, this coming month. Oh my God. And it's because of budget cuts. It's because of budget. And that frustrates me because this is a company that has a profit of at least over $1 billion. And under this new direction has let go of some of the most talented individuals there's ever been. Aleister Black, Braun Strowman, Rusev, The Revival. So many people. So many people. I just can't believe it. I really don't have any words. I'm really trying to think of the words. And I'm like frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm upset. And I know a lot of people, I know the Twitter, I know the wrestling community on social media is most likely coming at Alexa Bliss for her take and her part with Bray and The Fiend. Don't do that. That's so unnecessary. She's done what she's supposed to be doing, and she's done a great job on her own. She's her own individual. She's her own character. Bliss is one of the best women's wrestlers in WWE, for sure. She can cut a promo. She can go in the ring. Don't go straight to Bliss because of her part in taking over the whole Fiend thing and becoming Lady Fiend in a sense. Don't go at her. That's unnecessary. And you just gotta let things happen. I hope for Bray, I hope for Wyndham, or Windrum, or Mr. Rotunda. I hope for Bray's sake. He's doing good. I hope he's doing good. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing fine. His family is doing fine. And as much as a lot of people are saying, go to AEW and thrive there, go to AEW, you can be creative, you can be your own thing. I just can't see Bray in AEW for some reason. I don't want to see Bray in AEW. As much as it would be nice to see him in AEW. But I just can't see it that way. The same with Braun Strowman. They were WWE guys. Sure, they had their creative differences, but that does not matter. These are WWE guys who deserve to be in that company, who belong in that company, that are household names in the company. So, my final take would be, I just hope Bray, takes his time before stepping back into the ring. I know he's going to be ready for everything and anything. And I just can't believe it. I want to be... I want to say, hope things work out, but at the same time, this shouldn't have happened.